Welcome back. It is the Oman D10 powered by Fancode. And what an exciting day have we had. It is match day number 3, the final day of the round 2 league stage. And it's the final match. Ghubra Giants taking on Bousher Busters. The action is live here from the Amrat cricket grounds. Let's quickly move on to know the results of the toss.
It's toss time here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Oman D10 powered by Fancode. We are on match number 10, the last match of the second round. And things are going to be very interesting even though it's the last match. The men who matter the most are on my left. The guys in yellow will be represented by Kalairasan Natrajan, the Ghubra Giants. And then of course the guys in orange, the orange corner, the Bousher Busters will be represented by Captain Sufyan Mahmood. And of course, we have Mr. Gopakumar, the match official. The home team, the Ghubra Giants, have the coin in their hand. Number is the call. And number it is. So the Bousher Busters have won the toss. Well, Sufyan, everything to play for, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. We will bat first and try to put up a good score so that we can restrict them under as low as possible and win the game.
Okay, obvious changes in the side since you are back in the captaincy position.
Yes, we have 3 changes. Myself, Adib and Bilal are coming in place of Ahmad, Shehbaz and Shubho.
That's absolutely good news. In fact, both you and Adib back into the side, so you're certainly trying to go for the kill.
Yeah, definitely. We didn't have any other option, so we had to come back. Though we are not 100% fit, but we have to play for the team.
Interesting contest going on all this evening, especially in the points table form of things.
Yes, definitely. It's just a must-win game for us, and if we can clinch this game, we'll be in the finals.
All right, all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, Kalairasan, tough round for the Ghubra Giants, but then you definitely have something to play for.
Yeah, sure. We are looking for the better result in the last game. So if you finish it on the high, it will be carried to the next season or also the next round of the game, which is 50-over game.
What are the changes in the side? You had a tough match in the afternoon, but then now it's another game, and of course the Bousher Busters are a power pack side. Any changes?
Yeah, we have 2 changes. Sugil and Nisad is missing out the game, and then Narayana and just a minute.
Okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure there will be another change in. But then what's the kind of performance you're looking at? Any sort of thing? Would it be a similar sort of decision if you had won the toss?
No, actually we like to bat first as well. So we'll try to put up a score and then defend it. But anyhow, it's part of the game. So we are bowling first, I guess. So we'll restrict them less than 100. Then we'll chase it down.
All right, have a good one. So that's it from the toss center. And the news from here is that the Bousher Busters have won the toss and have elected to bat.
Certainly, why not? On a wicket that has offered 450 runs, you have to be batting first when you have the likes of Aqib Ilyas, Sufyan Mahmood, Asif Khan, Wasim Ali, Adib Usmani, Hamad Mirza, power pack batting lineup, and it will be followed by Asim Kamal, Fawad Ali, Akil Khan, Bilal Mohammed, Saeed Muzammal. And when you're talking about the Ghubra Giants, it's Sheikh Adil Qureshi, Prabhakaran Kannan, Mohammad Rahim, Kalairasan, Bharadwaj, Narayana, Hanif, Mohammad Waqas, Muzaffar, Yashas, and Sivraj. Alongside me is the man who matters the most, Moody Mudassar. How do you think is this match? Bousher have won the toss. They're going to be batting first. Why not 450 runs, in excess of 450 runs in 40 overs?
It's a batting paradise and a wise decision by Sufyan Mahmood. Positive approach. Attack is the key. And to attack, it's the man in form, the only player in the history of Oman D10 to get 100. It's Aqib Ilyas up against the left arm orthodox Sivraj. And quite interestingly, so much of high intensity into this game, Kalairasan forgot the changes.
Often it can be the case. It is round 2, match number 10. So much of cricket that they have played have to be exhausted.
So ball 1. He knows the importance of his wicket here. After that 100, after he lost Adib and Sufyan, the playing 11, lot of responsibility have been shown by Aqib Ilyas. He looks like a completely different batter, but quite interestingly, Adib Usmani back in the side. He's injured, not fully fit. A brave move.
This is the game of cricket. You have to learn to carry your injuries. We've seen it around in the international arena, and this is the premium level of cricket in Oman. This had to be helped away, and with the power of Asif Pathan behind it, it's certainly going to be going for a maximum. What a start is this for Bousher Busters. It's a must-win match for them to make it to the finale, and that's this kind of start that they would have already wanted.
A slight error and quickly onto the back foot and goes over the fine leg fielder. A maximum. What a start by the Pathan. Asif Khan of the mark in style. The first maximum for Bousher Busters.
This is for the very first time Muzaffar is keeping wickets in the arc. And I'll tell you what, a carpet shot from Asif Pathan. He started off with showing power, and now it is elegance on offer as well.
We have so many maximums and fours, but for me, this is clearly shot of the day. A lovely timing and placement. No chance for the fielder. A good start has been provided by Asif Khan.
That's well kept. This is the very first time this man is keeping behind the stumps for Ghubra Giants. Never too easy. He's been a standout fielder for them. Muzaffar. Won't go for the single. Aqib very well realizes that he has the power to clear the boundaries at will. Why take a risk on a single? Bousher Busters 11 for no loss at the end of 1.
And the final game between these two sides, and they'll be eyeing to better their net run rate. Not only win the game, but also they need to make sure by a big margin. Bousher Busters, even if they can just win this game, I think they are through and they will qualify for that finals. So what they need is just a win.
For sure. But to ensure that they win, they'll be looking to post a mammoth total, just like what Kurum Thunders did to or Amrad Royals. Post a mammoth total, take Ghubra Giants completely out of the equation. It's best said, bat yourselves out of the game.
Change of pace, loud appeal, and the finger goes up. The man who was getting those quick runs for his team, the big man Aqib Ilyas departs. And what a strike on the very first ball of this game. Yashash, he has been very superb with the new ball.
They needed a wicket, and they needed the wicket of Aqib Ilyas. What a big appeal. Look at that. He would have appealed till tomorrow. That is the prize wicket of Aqib Ilyas. It's lovely for Ghubra Giants to see him back. He's going to be walking back for 1 of 3, courtesy LBW Yashash. Bousher Busters 11 for 1.
स्लो मोशन में रिप्ले दिखा सकते.
What a wicket is that for Ghubra Giants. The man who has taken Bousher Busters single-handedly into the playoffs is going to be walking back without troubling the scorers a lot. And Adib Usmani walks in the middle. There's a big appeal once again. Height will be the matter of concern. What a spell is this from Yash's underline. He's getting a little bit of movement and he's angling it into the right-handers.
And what a start. The wicket of Akib Ilyas. Pitching in line. What matters is that finger going up. Number 47 back in the hut for Bousher Busters. And Asif on 10. Big heave in the air. Fielder settling. Rahim coming all the way from deep square leg. And yet again, the story continues the same. They were very ordinary in the field. One more catch going down.
Look at the disappointment of Rahim after dropping the catch. He's not able to accept it. He's a brilliant fielder, but hasn't been his day. Look at that disappointment. Slamming the ball onto the ground. Rahim Khan. What a start that would have been for Ghubra Giants. Akib has walked back. Asif would have walked back. Adib will be happy to rotate strike. He's been off colors. He's been off records as well with that injury. So he would like to get a few balls in before he can start striking.
10 out of 10 for Adib Usmani, a true team player. Though he is injured, he has a hairline fracture while keeping the wickets against Sufyan Mahmood a couple of days ago. He fractured his finger. Fifth offered, but finds the man. So an excellent over in progress. This is what makes you a star. Now he has opted to play this game. Now if he can score some quick runs, you never know, he can win the game for his team by posting a good total.
What would be interesting to know is the amount of pain that he is bearing. Yes, we know painkillers have been very advanced these days. Asif Khan Pathan, when he strikes it clean. A couple of bounces into the boundary on the square leg. What a start is this for Bousher Busters despite losing Akib Ilyas. 18 for 1 at the end of 2.
Off stump. Thank you, sir. Bowler coming, right arm over to you.
So 18 for the loss of 1. 2 overs done. The big news is Akib Ilyas is back in the hut. One team, apart from Ghubra Giants, is keeping a close eye is Khurram Thunders. They'll be praying that Ghubra Giants somehow, if they can win this game, they'll be through into that final.
They have to be flying the Ghubra Giants flag here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Full support. They would want Ghubra Giants to win in any possible way tonight. He's feeling the heat. It's not easy when you're carrying an injury. Adib Usmani, the star for Bousher Busters.
He's struggling, clearly struggling, because back of the mind, he knows that he cannot use that bottom hand in pain. The thumb is troubling him, that left hand thumb.
He'll have to forget about it. That's the only way possible moving ahead. Kalai is getting some good swing, but on this occasion it was the slower delivery from him, the slower off cutter. The question to be answered is, when will Adib Usmani cut loose? And whether he will be able to cut loose with that pain that he's bearing right now.
If you get those runs, he can be the hero. In pain, he was rested for a couple of games, knowing the importance of this match. They are in a must-win situation. And in comes Adib Usmani. I think as of now, he need to take the single and rotate the strike. Trust his partner Asif, who started off brilliantly with a couple of fours and a maximum.
I don't really believe with you, rather agree with you. In this shorter format, if probably Adib takes another 7 deliveries, 6-7 deliveries, gets to 10, then that would mean that he's 12 ball, 10 runs. That's 2 overs, 10 runs. That could be very, very costly, very, very expensive for Bousher Busters, especially in a must-win situation.
And this was the second delivery, nowhere near the ball. The problem is he's not able to go hard. As you can see, he started off this over with a couple of dots, then running hard for those for those doubles. It would have been a good idea on the very first ball if you could have rotated the strike. But you never know. He has played a lot of cricket. He is a professional cricketer and he knows how to come out of these situations with flying colours.
To the credit of Adib, won those wonderful deliveries from Kalayasan. Banana swing, that's what we call it in our part of the world. But at the moment, there's something that is happening that we are not aware of. Probably having a check. I believe it is the short run that is being checked. It's touch and go. He has to cross the line. The line belongs to the umpire. And look at that umpire. He's in perfect position. Having a look. That's wonderful work from the Oman Cricket Empire.
You ran hard between those 22 yards, and that 1 centimeter will make a lot of difference. Still having a close look. The umpire as well as the batter also watching that popping crease.
Short runs.
Still taking his own time.
For sure, these are margin calls. You never know. 1 run could very well be the difference between the two. And hence the time being taken. But what matters is the benefit of doubt always goes to the batter. Believe this is what Adib Usmani required to cut loose. The lad is in a lot of pain at the moment. Every time he plays a shot, you would see him looking at his arm with the broken finger.
No pain, no gain. And alongside him is Asif Khan, who started brilliantly, 15 of 7 so far, a decent over. Just 3 runs from the 4 deliveries. Onto the back foot. What kind of total they want to post here, keeping in mind the first 2 games, going for plenty of runs.
I'm sure they would be well aware that this Ghubra Giants was out of contention. Will go all guns blazing. And they would certainly need to have something in excess of 115, 120. But at the moment, it is Adib Usmani who is on hold, and we are 3 overs down.
Okay, copy.
So that's the batting card. Aqib and Asif started the innings for Bousher Busters. Asif had kept going 16 of 8, but he's been stranded off with lesser strike since Adib has walked in, who's at 4 from 7. Let's not forget the injury that Adib Osmani, you would have seen him put the plaster around the grounds. Asif Khan Pathan, what a shot is that? All the way for a maximum. The pressure was building on Bousher Busters. They needed to cut loose, and that is the way this man strikes clean. Anything in his arc is always going to be out of the ground. No equation of the fielders whatsoever. What a strike is that? A much needed strike. And alongside me is Shoaib. Shoaib, a must-win situation from Bousher Busters. And Asif Khan Pathan standing tall.
Thank you, Pranav. Yes, important game for Bousher Busters against Ghubra Giants, who are looking to end this series with a win. And as of now, it has been a decent start for them. Big wicket of Aqib Ilyas. And now it is on Asif and Adib to make it count.
I believe it's the giant killers, Ghubra Giants. They brought in some major upset. This one's up in the air. A fielder will not be able to make it. There's probably a magnet to this man, Rahim. Wherever he goes in the field, the ball is chasing him tonight.
Well, that happens sometimes. It's your day, and wherever you go, the ball keeps following you.
Although, the fact being it's not his day, he's dropped a lot of catches. 2 or 3 in the previous game, 1 tonight as well. And that too of this man who's striking well, Asif Khan Pathan.
Yeah, when I say it's your day, it means the ball is following you. You take catches or not is a different question. Edged, and the ball flies towards the deep third region for 4. Lucky boundary for Asif.
Yes, certainly this man needed a little bit of luck. He's been strong enough to walk in the middle, come back into the side and express himself, express his quality, showcase his quality. Adib Osmani certainly requires a little bit of luck. He's in a lot of pain. The question is, will he be able to keep wickets for Bousher Busters? He will rotate the strike to make sure that the man in form, Asif Khan Pathan, is there to do the damage.
Well, they need to make sure that they don't lose too many wickets in clusters. They've already lost the man in form, Aqib Ilyas. So it's important that they get at least 120 on the board. And for that, they'll need Asif to play a longer innings. Yes, he's hit a few boundaries, but he's not been able to get a big one. This is a big one. Stand and deliver. Picked that length, and with the pace of Yashas, he's not the quickest. Asif has launched it for 6.
What a shot was that from Asif. That'll be the end of the over number 4. Bousher Busters 40 for 1.
सर थोड़ा बॉल चेक करो देखो पता हुआ है अच्छा बॉल फिर चेंज हो जाएगा अजीब राइट इधर आ जा पॉइंट पे सब बॉल पूरा ऐसे खत्म राउंड शॉट फाइन पे रुक जाना मैं तो चेंजिंग हेलमेट दी
The question, after an 18-run over from Yashas, the pick of the bowlers this evening so far, the question is going to be, when will Adib Osmani cut loose? He's been happy to rotate the strike. The question is going to be, is it viable for him to just hold one end, especially when you have the likes of Sufyan Mahmood and many others in the tank? It's just a D10.
Well, it doesn't matter if he's getting singles. What matters is collectively where they can reach. They got a plan in place. A quick run taken. Good running. If Adib and Asif can get 10, 11, 12 runs without losing a wicket, I think Bousher Busters will take it, because they've got a good bowling lineup. They can restrict Ghubra Giants to anything less than 120 if they can manage to get there. So as long as they're scoring at 10, 11, 12 runs and over, I think all is fine for Bousher Busters.
Oh yes, that's well struck. Straight down the ground. Wonderful fielding by the man, I believe, who has been behind the stumps for majority part of the tournament.
Yes, Bharadwaj does well. That was hit hard and it was travelling at a decent click. But he's put his body on the line and saved a certain boundary. Good bowling from Sivaraj. He's bowling in the right areas and is not giving any room to play with for Asif and Adib.
I agree. At the moment, Bousher Busters 44 for 1. They would very well like to. That's a slog sweep. Will be a dot ball. Exactly my point. An over ago, Adib has played 12 deliveries. That's almost that's 2 overs rather. And he's got 11 runs to his name. That's averaging at 5.5 runs per over. Is that acceptable in a D10 format? When you can strike like that, certainly it is acceptable. What a strike is that from Adib Usmani. Yes, we know he can hit a long ball, and he's connected one. That was a little bit short, and he struck it well. Bousher Busters 50 for 1 at the end of 5.
Over.
So the power play over signal, that's an interesting strategy from Bousher Busters. They've got the power play over. They've decided to take it in the 6th over of the game. And there you go, the field setting. Just 2 fielders on the onside, a mid-wicket and a long on. Everybody else inside the 30-yard circle. And just the right time to introduce a change in the comm box. With me is Amin Wagle.
And he starts the over with a wide. Thank you, Shoaib. And it's probably a very wise decision. It's a shorter boundary towards the leg side to where Asif Pathan is batting. And then, of course, it's that over where Kalai Rasan is going to be operating. Once again, another wide. So this is not helping here for the Ghubra Giants. He was quite economical in the first over, just the 5 runs, and now he's started off with a couple of extras. But Asif Pathan can hit the ball really long. Full toss, thump towards the onside, and yes, he'll get a boundary for that. So positive start, 6 runs already with that one legal delivery. So yeah, I think that's a good ploy here, taking the batting power play, targeting the leg side with the shorter boundary.
That was a poor delivery, and while there was a fielder outside manning that mid-wicket, the placement was good from Asif. Another big hit, another one in the slot, and this one will go all the way as well. Good batting from Asif, bringing Bousher Busters into the game. He's delivering the goods tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's been a delightful striker of the ball. And it's not the first time he's delivering or giving good support here to the Bousher Busters cause. Charging down the track, another big hit. And what a brave shot that is. The moment he realized Kalairosan was going to adjust the length, pull it back a little bit, he makes sure that he connects, and he connects well. What a big heave that is.
Well, it's raining sixes at the moment from the bat of Asif. Anything that's been connected is going all the way. This is what was expected of him. He's come to the party a bit late, but just at the right time. The showstopper for Bousher Busters, Asif, scoring 47 of just 17 deliveries. They needed somebody to stand up, rise to the occasion. Asif has done that for them tonight. Oh, the bat has come off his hand. The ball is played in the gap and will go all the way for 4 runs. So, some great timing all the way for 4 and some miss hit going all the way for 4 as well. A 50 for Asif, and what a time to score those 50 runs.
But then have a look at that. He's let go of the bat. He's just given a big slog and the ball just takes the outside edge, but he's lost his bat. And then even for his milestone, he didn't have a bat to celebrate or put the bat up, so he instead just put the helmet up. But what a great character, Asif Pathan. And another one, the onslaught continues. This time it's straight down the ground. However, it's a 1 bounce boundary, 1 bounce 4. A handful over. Kalairosan was just 4 runs off that 1 over before this, and now all of a sudden you see he's gone for a plenty. Those figures are looking ordinary for Kalairosan.
And there are still 2 more deliveries to go. This over is not over yet. 26 of his spell. Oh, this one's in the air. This could be a chance. Keeper coming underneath it with the gloves. It's a skyer and a good catch taken. So finally something for Kalairosan to be happy about. A consolation. And that's a big one. Asif will have to go back.
Yeah, he had skied it. Couldn't get hold of it enough. And it's never an easy one. The ball swings in the air and it's against that night sky, against the lights. However, the story, Asif Khan, 55 of just 20 deliveries. He was striking at nearly 275, 5 sixes and 5 fours. The Bousher Busters 76 for the loss of 2.
Spinner.
वो अच्छा वाला हेलमेट लेके रखो ये करेंगे वो सेम जेल आउट
batsman
be ready करेंगे
Wasim Ali will join Adib Usmani out there in the center.
bowler coming right arm round.
And that's confirmation that Kalairosan over went for 26 runs. Yes, of course, there was that wicket on that last ball, but then I think it was sacrificial. He's done his bit. 50 odd runs in just 20 deliveries, and what an innings that is.
Adib has hit that straight down the ground. What a shot that is. He's injured, he's wounded, he's got a fractured thumb, but doesn't matter. He's come out and he is in full flow now.
Look at that, he's given that a whack. And look at that sheer elegance that Mohammad Adib Usmani had dispatched that for 6. Which finger did you say was there a fracture on?
Coming right arm over.
Doesn't look like it, right? He's been out of action for the last 2-3 games, but he said he would want to play the important matches, and here he is, 23 or 14. Another big hit, waited for it and launched it towards mid-wicket. It's gone all the way for a maximum. Back-to-back sixes for Adib Usmani.
Yeah, come at the hour, come at the man, and what a team player this guy is. Making runs when it has to be made, and when it really counts, when the team really needs him. And look at that effort here. The first over for Hanif Pacha, and he's gone for a couple of maximums already. Adib now looking in the thick of things here. Runs are coming thick and fast for the Bousher Busters, and this is exactly the kind of approach that they really wanted. Once again goes aerial, this time towards the offside, and he'll get another boundary, and it's not really easy, especially with that injured finger. Doesn't look like it, but then he'll get 4.
Well, it's almost as if he's playing with just his one hand, but he's middling it to perfection. You can see he's in discomfort, pain, but all that is secondary. What is important is a win tonight and get a seat into the finals. Mistimed hit, straight to the fielder. That innings from Adib Usmani had to come to an end, and it has now. Pasha gets the better of Adib Usmani.
Yeah, finally, he was looking like he was struggling quite a bit here with that injured hand, but then he's done his job. Was a safe catch out there in the deep by Bharatwaj, and Adib Usmani shall walk back to the pavilion on 33 of 17 deliveries, striking at nearly 200, 2 fours and 3 sixes. The Bousher Busters are 92 for the loss of 3.
Next time. Hello, coming right arm over 2 to come.
Right then, it's Hamad out there in the center now. And he drives the ball well. He'll get a single. Of course, there's Wasim Ali on the other hand, and boy, can he bat. This young lad has been a value-added proposition for the Bousher Busters. Puts in the hard overs, bats the hard overs as well.
Center.
Already 17 of this
Right arm
over.
over.
And he goes big as well towards the leg side, but he's going to hole out to Kalai Rasan. So Hanif gets double success in this over, even though he's gone for runs, and they'll be happy to see the back of Wasim Ali.
Yeah, Wasim Ali, quick in and out for him. First ball itself, tried to manufacture a shot and play it towards mid-wicket. There was a fielder waiting for it, and Kalai Rasan takes it. And Pasha with the thigh 5, celebrating the wicket of Wasim Ali. Has to check out before he could check in. 93 for 4.
good catch.
Sir, leg कीजिएगा.
Just when you thought that the Bousher Busters are in trouble, but have a look at the 2 players or the 2 batters out there in the middle. It's Hamad Mirza, who in round 2 of this D10 has looked in tremendous form. And then, of course, there's the captain, the charismatic Sufyan, who's already got a man of the match in one of the matches in this D10, and he knows how to make a difference. He can hit the long ball as well. It's going to be Adil Qureshi. Carefully knocks it towards the offside for a single. And still the Bousher Busters are in the hunt of touching that magical 3-figure mark, and anything above 100 can be defended.
Right arm round to you.
Means business here. Sufyan Mahmood early on at the toss, he did say that yes, of course, he had no option but to bring out his A team out there in the middle.
An important game. They've played so well so far, and they can't just leave anything to luck in this game. So they have to have all hands on board, on deck, and make sure that they put on a show tonight. As of now, it's going their way, 94 for 4. A well spread out field. As you can see, only 4 fielders allowed inside the circle. 4 fielders minimum allowed. And that is why chance for Bousher Busters to find the right gaps. 2 runs, quick runs. Ahmad and Sufyan both can bat. How many more can they get is the question.
Yeah, absolutely. Although I do beg to differ. The Bousher Busters have played efficiently in this tournament. I think they've qualified in the last possible slot in round 1. And that's a brilliant strike there from Sufyan. Just cuts it furiously towards the offside. What a shot that is. He'll get 4 for that. Have a look at that. There's nothing wrong with the ball, but then he just waited for the ball to come onto the bat. And uses the pace. So good, handy little over for the Bousher Busters. 7 runs of it so far. So they qualified in the last possible slot in the round number 1. And in round 2, they made sure that they've defeated the Amrat Royals and the Kurum Thunders. Once again, just drives it. And what a cracker of a shot that is from the bat of Sufyan Mahmood. Boy, has he stroked that bat well or what?
That was a very good shot. A lot of power behind it. And also a statement that he's back. He's going to lead the side. And he's going to get some runs for his side tonight. Beats the fielder wide, long off. Very nicely played along the ground. And gets 4 runs. Needs some assistance from the dugout. You're saying you'd beg to differ about what?
About the Bousher Busters playing efficient cricket. Like I said, I think they've qualified in the 5th position in round number 1. And then won their first 2 matches. And then they went a little easy in the match with the Rui Rangers. Was not the kind of performance that they'd really like.
Well, yes, they did come in the 5th slot. But that means 6, 7 and 4 and 5 were all very close in the points table. So yes, you have good days, bad days, but in the larger picture, I think they have done well. And when I say well, I mean that they've got some players who've done exceedingly well. There are players who have potential. And in the round 2 especially, they have beaten some really strong sides and put on a show which has been a testament that they deserve to be in the top 5.
Absolutely, but they've been a champion side. Even in the D20, they were finalists. And now they are in the hunt here, and they've already crossed that 3-figure mark, 104.
And you also have to consider the fact that their key players have been injured. There was no Sufyan Mahmood in the middle. There was no Bilal, the fast bowler. Fayyaz Butt is not playing. So their regular players, Adi Usmani has been injured. So their top, the cream, has not been there. And that is one of the reasons why they have been where they are. Change of balls, I think, making sure that they get a very similar looking ball to what it was. Let's look at the bowling card then. Ghubra Giants have been expensive. Everyone have been leaking runs over 10 and over. And in all of that, most economical is Sivaraj. Hasn't gotten a wicket. 2 wickets for Hanifullah Pasha. And he's got 1 more over to go. So he'll be bowling another over. And there'll be another bowler introduced. 104 on the board. Where do you think Bousher Busters will end at?
I'm probably thinking or wishing, if I was on the Bousher Busters side, I'd be
Which you are.
Yes, of course I am. Vocal supporter for the Bousher Busters. But then I'm thinking 125, and I'll be confident that I'll be playing that final tomorrow evening. Big shot here from Sufyan. Fielder trying to settle underneath it. It's never going to be easy, but yes, he's a wicket keeper, and this time without mittens, he makes sure that he catches that.
Very good catch indeed. That was a difficult take. Sufyan had skied that one. This is what happens when there's a break in the momentum. You have to recalibrate. Sufyan hasn't done that. He's gone for that first ball that he faced after the break. And a very good catch indeed by Bharadwaj. So the captain is already back in the dugout. It's 104 for 5.
Man in form. Yes, all-rounder of Oman cricket. It's on the crease now.
Appreciate you,
Right then, so the Ghubra Giants keep plucking wickets at regular intervals, but they are unable to stem the flow of runs. Fawad Ali, the stylish left-hander, is out there in the middle now, courtesy that wicket by Adil Qureshi. 104 for 5 is where the Bousher Busters stand. Watchfully played, will get a single. And that's what the Ghubra Giants wouldn't mind. Singles, it's all right. It's the boundaries that they need to stem. At the end of 8, the Bousher Busters are 105 for the loss of 5 wickets.
faster medium क्या है मेरे जितना तेज है
Next up.
कोई मालूम नहीं क्या कर रहा है कोई नहीं मालूम वो विकेट कीपर है
Coming right arm round.
हमारा विकेट कीपर है उसका बॉलिंग का चांस मिला है
Well, surprise, surprise, the Bousher Busters, 105 for 5, and it's Bharadwaj for the Ghubra Giants, who will have some fun with the ball. Usually behind the stumps, but then they are quite handy cricketers, the Ghubra Giants. Thumps it towards the onside. Joining me in the comm box is Mudassir. Well, what do you have to say about the Bousher Busters showing tonight?
A great comeback. 5 overs 50. Next 3 overs getting 55. And the way Asif Khan and Adib Usmani got those runs, they were brilliant out there in the middle. Now it's up to this man, young Mirza on strike. Take outside edge and goes over Prabhakaran Kannan. A poor effort. And what matters are the 4 runs for Bousher Busters.
Yeah, he certainly lost sight of the ball. Have a look at that. Takes the outside edge. Was high up into the air, and all he had to do was just take a few paces backwards.
No problem, no problem.
However, it was not to be. The Bousher Busters will be happy. They'll take those 4 runs. Big shot towards the onside, targeting that scoreboard there. The electronic scoreboard seems to be in danger. Hammad Mirza has been in top form, maximum runs.
The part-timer has been hit out of the park by the man in form with the bat. It's a Mirza show here. A boundary follows by a maximum. So they are on a roll to go beyond that 130, 135.
I did mention 125 a while ago. Another big shot, this time towards the offside. Cuts it and cuts it well. And Adib Usmani needs to save those hands. And what a strike there. Good boundary in good time.
Just waited and opening the face of the blade. Goes over the point fielder. A big over in progress here. 16 runs so far. The part-timer Bharatwaj going for some runs.
This time wide, wide. So now this just seems to be a wayward plot here, a wild plot here by the Ghubra Giants. Why go for Bharatwaj when you do have a couple of other options? Yes, I know it's the last game and you're practically out of the tournament, but then you do want to give it a fight. Finally, just trying to bounce back, Bharatwaj. 17 already of that 5-ball effort at the moment. 122 for the loss of 5. Drives it in the air, and he's done that so well. He's hit it so hard. And what a good highlights reel this is going to be for the Bousher Busters. 4 runs, and at the end of 9, the Bousher Busters are 126 for the loss of 5 wickets.
Fast, better.
Good support out here. It's a holiday long weekend in the Sultanate of Oman, and you are at the Oman Cricket Academy. The Bousher Busters, a very popular team around. A lot of popular faces, a lot of popular figures in the team. And they attract quite a crowd. Sheikh Adil Qureshi will bowl the last over. Loud appeal, but the umpire is not interested, but then they've stolen a single. Leg by signalled. We'll love to have a close look at it.
Good news is Mirza back on strike. 5 legal deliveries left in this first innings. 127 for the loss of 5. Batting on 20 of just 7 deliveries, making a difference with the bat. Mirza trying to go big towards the deep mid wicket.
Back up.
Start so far. This is what happens whenever we try to praise fielding unit. It was a poor backup and a poor throw coming in. Should have been a single. Gone for those couple of runs. What addition into the side, Mirza. He was out of the side for initial stage of this tournament. Got an opportunity. He's making the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's always about making it count. Big shot down the ground, and the fielders will just watch that ball sail over the fence. What a powerful strike. That was going up even after it crossed the boundary.
Oh, what a hit. He continues to excel here in Oman Cricket Academy on the back foot. Playing on the merit of the ball. Goes straight over the bowler. 28 for Mirza of just 9.
And the misery continues for Sheikh Adil Qureshi. What do you think could be the reason why the Ghubra Giants, after that power pack performance in round number 1, and all of a sudden when you're playing this second round and you're unable to even make it to the top 4, not even get a chance at the 3rd and 4th position? Big shot. Oh my word, that is mighty. New balls, please. For sure. What a massive strike that is. He's only 11 balls in and he's striking it big here. Hamad Mirza. What a beauty.
Going for plenty of runs. Adil started off really well in this over, but that slight mistake from the fielder, giving away that easy extra run. Mirza back on strike, and now 2 maximums from the blade of Mirza. Quickly moves to 34. Was talking about 130, 135. They're inching closer to 150.
Once again, thumps it and thumps it well. This is turning out to be a massacre of the Ghubra Giants bowling attack in the first match of the evening as well as in the second match, and that dugout is going to be a happy place.
They've got a new hero with the bat. It's Mirza, that little dynamite, going after the bowlers. The third maximum was in danger. The cameraman. Can he finish the over with the flourish? Shaping up and misses. What a comeback. 5 overs 50. Next 5 overs, they have got 98 runs.
I wish there was a camera in this comms room. The look on your face, Mudassir. But yeah, let's not take it away from this Bousher Busters side, this batting lineup. They've ended this first innings on a flourish. 148, make no mistake, 148 from 10 overs, and they've lost 5 wickets on the way. Each and every batter that came out there did their best and tried to contribute. Of course, after looking at that scorecard, Aqib Ilyas went early for just 1, but then it was Asif Pathan and Adib Usmani who stayed in there nice and deep. 55 of 20, 33 of 17. Then Wasim Ali went for a first ball duck. And then, of course, the Sufyan Mahmood, the captain, came in, played his cameo. Hamad Mirza, look at that, 40 of just 12. That is some delightful stroke making. In the end, with the help of 7 extras, it was 148 for 5. The bowling scorecard, Shivraj Deen Dayalu, 21 for no success. Yashas GL, Kalairas and Natarajan picked up a wicket, but then they were all above 10 runs or 11 runs and over. Hanifullah, 2 wickets, 17 in that only over that he bowled. Sheikh Adil Qureshi, 33 runs from his 2 overs. And Bharat Vinayagam, 21 runs. Right then, have a look at the highlights. It all started with Asif Pathan making merry straight up. Hit a few delightful strokes, a couple of them a boundary and a 6. But then all of a sudden, Yashas GL picked up Aqib Ilyas quite cheap, and they thought that they were back in the game. But then it was Asif Pathan who was striking the ball to all parts of the ground. And then when the time came, it was Mohammad Adib Usmani as well who accelerated his innings. 5 overs for 50, and then of course after that the onslaught started. There was 6s on offer, 6s at will and boundaries, and never did it appear that the Bousher Busters are going down without a fight. Asif Pathan did fall, but then Mohammad Adib Usmani hit a few long ones, tonked it, especially the one straight down the ground and deep mid-wicket. Finally holing out to Bharatwaj. Wasim Ali got out on the first ball, so there was some success for the Ghubra Giants. But then in walked Sufyan Mahmood. He played his role as well. Quick fire 10, but then went out. Hamad Mirza was in a different mode. In round 2, he seems like a completely different player, completely different batter, hitting 6s at will, taking on the bowlers, charging down the track as well. And some towering 6s came courtesy, some delightful stroke play by Hamad Mirza. What a hero. Right then, so to end this first innings, and that's the verdict, the Ghubra Giants require 149 runs in their 10 overs at nearly 15 runs per over, and it's going to be a mammoth task for them. Don't go anywhere too far as we'll head to a short break. On the other side, it's going to be the defense of this mammoth total. Welcome back to the Oman Cricket Academy and have a look at that scorecard. A thumping performance here from the Bousher Busters. Asif Pachan, 55 of 20. Adib Usmani, 33 from 17. And then, of course, that flourish towards the end. Hamad Mirza, 40 of just 12. Made sure that the Bousher Busters got to 148 for the loss of 5 wickets in their 10 overs. And 149 is the target for the Ghubra Giants now. Shivraj Deen Dayalu wasn't successful this time. Yashas DL2 couldn't contribute much, just that 1 wicket. Hanifullah picked up 2 but then was expensive in that 1 over. A wicket apiece for Kalai Rasan and Sheikh Adil Qureshi, but they went for plenty because the batters of the Bousher Busters literally took apart the bowling of the Ghubra Giants. And Narayanan will come. He's a young lad and he is always quite exciting to watch. Plays good cricketing shots, given the opportunity by the Ghubra Giants to play, and he'll be partnered with, of course, the great core member of the Ghubra Giants, the giant member of the Ghubra Giants, Prabhakaran. And my partner for opening the innings in this particular innings of the Ghubra Giants is Pranav Mehta.
Thank you so much, Amin. What an opportunity is this for the young lad. Member of the Oman Under-19 side, Narayan. And he's going to be facing the likes of Mohammad Bilal, one of the quicker pacemen in the Oman ranks. Was struggling with the injury for a very long time, but ever since he's come back, or rather he's been brought back, at crucial time when Bousher Busters needed a win. But I believe it is the likes of their batting which has knocked Ghubra Giants out of the ranks at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Good setup here by Narayana. Not afraid to chase the ball as well, but then very sensible batting. Love to see his bat flow, especially when he gets the bat on ball. It's always exciting to watch young cricketers come out here and facing the likes of all the national team players, rubbing shoulders with the best of the lot. He's already got a massive talent, a massive player on the other end, Prabhakaran. Tries to go short, but then a good cut shot and negotiated towards the third man boundary. Narayanan will get off the mark for just 1.
I mean, what are you expecting here from the Ghubra Giants? They're chasing a mammoth 149 to win. It's never going to be easy. It's one of the top scores of this entire tournament, Oman D10. Obviously, the top being the one where Aqib Ilyas got 100, somewhere around 170. What are you expecting out of Ghubra Giants, specifically in this match?
Expecting just that, trying to go big from ball number 1 because they'll be certainly trying to look for as many runs as possible, not look like a hapless side because they've had a good tournament, and now just in the scheme of things there has been an appeal for a run out. Narayana was running towards the danger end. The umpire will refer that.
I'll tell you, if Narayana has ran himself out, that's a poor piece of cricket from the youngster. It's touch and go, it's touch and go. Sufyan is the member. It's a close call. We do have a different angle. This is going to be touch and go for Narayana, the youngster. If he's completed it, it's brilliant running. But I'll tell you what, if he's got out, it's such a poor way to throw a wicket. Such is this game of cricket. Criticism coming and judgment coming on both sides.
Yeah, well, he's tried to do all the basics right. He's dragged his bat into it. And yes, that's a green light, so well done here, Narayanan. He's dragged his bat into the crease, and probably that's made the difference. He knew he was running towards the danger end, but then he was all game for it because Prabhakaran needs to hog most of the strike here. He's the senior partner, and boy, can he hit.
They need to get off to a start here. Look at that bit of movement from Mohammad Bilal. We haven't seen a lot of him in this tournament. He's one of the better pacers available in Oman. He's quick, swings the ball, loves to angle away from the right-hander. That's his stock delivery. And he has a good bit of surprise bouncer.
Well, that's something that we need to watch out for, especially against Prabhakaran. He's very good towards the leg side. But this time he's going aerial, and it's going to be Sufyan Mahmood who's going to pouch that safely as Mohammad Bilal strikes. First blood here by the Bousher Busters as the captain, or the captain for most part of the tournament, Prabhakaran, walks back to the hut for just 2.
Oh yes, he does bowl the hard ball. That looks okay, that looks okay. Does ball the hard ball. And that is exactly what troubled Prabhakaran. The first point of impact is what matters. And believe it's going to be the red light that's going to be lighting. So Ghubra Giants are in early troubles. 5 for 1 in the first over.
Middle.
Right-handed Bharatwaj walks out to the middle. So no sign of Kalairas and Natarajan yet. But then Bharatwaj can hit a long way as well. Good timer of the ball, loves to play the ground shots, loves to play quick. And he's in at the time of the power play, so he'll love to express himself freely here. Just like that, beats the fielder in the cover region, and he'll get a boundary. But it's always going to be an uphill task, isn't it?
For sure, when you're requiring almost 15 runs per over and you don't get off to a great start, it's always going to be uphill. That was a good ball from Mohammad Bilal, rising onto Bharatwaj. An equally good effort from Bharatwaj to make sure that he angles it into the gap for a much needed boundary. Would love to see some good quality short pitch bowling from Mohammad Bilal. We all know that he's known for it with the pace, with the kind of pace that he extracts. That's pulled away in front of square through the mid-wicket region. I'll tell you what, that's not an easy shot to play to Mohammad Bilal. But at the moment, Bharatwaj has got off to a flyer. Ghubra Giants 13 for 1 at the end of the first over.
Quick change, boys. Next jump. Bowler coming left arm round.
Right then, the Ghubra Giants 13 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of the first over. And still, they are a couple of runs behind the scoring rate. Wasim Ali in the power play has always been a hit and miss. On days he's looked as if it's a master stroke. And on some days, it's just been an unforgettable or a forgivable night for him.
और मुझे
I'll tell you what, with the ball, he's been outstanding.
बड़ी थोड़ा बाहर आ जा
He's one of the better bowlers in the Oman circuit.
वन है
Slog on the leg side from
Release कर, release
the
कर, batting
youngster
है। अरे
Narayana.
यार।
Bharadwaj is quick between the wickets, will get a couple.
चल चल कोई नहीं बॉल रिलीज करते हैं बस हाथ से
The worry
नो वरी
for Narayana is going to be the arm ball of Wasim. He's tall, he has long arms, and that arm ball can be very lethal.
Charging down the track.
बॉल वसीम
Cannot manage to get past mid-off, but he'll still go for a single. Aqib Ilyas feels that well. And boy, that last run of Bharadwaj where they just ran two over there, was he quick or what? He was onto it in a flash.
आजा आजा
Tries
तेज आजा
slow.
दो होंगे बस इससे ज्यादा ना हो
Kind of a sweep shot towards the leg side. He'll get only one Bharadwaj. He just seems like a very good runner between the wickets. Very quick.
ठीक है वसीम भाई
Runs in a straight line as well.
आओ वसीम
He's a keeper at the end of the day. Has to be agile, athletic. Loves to get involved in the mix of things. Always in action. At the moment, it is Narayana who's struggling against the amount of turn that Wasim Ali is extracting.
Charging down the track once again, and what a shot that is, straight down the ground. No fielder out there. He'll get a boundary. It's a good positive batting here from Narayana. Certainly not enough for the Ghubra Giants, but then it's going to be good enough for him to have some good confidence. Ghubra Giants 21 for the loss of one wicket at the end of two.
चलो 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 इधर चाहिए एक्स्ट्रा कवर चाहिए एक एक्स्ट्रा कवर बिलाल एक्स्ट्रा कवर आ जाए हाँ अदीप थोड़ा बाहर आएगा अदीप बाहर आएगा थोड़ा नो वरी हो जाएगा
It's going to be
Okay,
Akil
Bilal.
Khan bowling from the Oman LNG
ठीक है,
end.
चलो।
Bharadwaj has looked impressive.
ओए बॉल अकील
Will get Narayana on strike.
क्या भाई ये निकलेगा
Can Narayana play one of those impressive
Nicolega, Akil.
knocks?
ओए यार
Couldn't manage to connect anything out of that. And look at that required run rate now. Another delivery, and
Shabash,
with
Shabash,
every
Akil.
passing delivery, it's going up
Catch
by
kera,
a
catch
few
kera,
ticks.
shabash.
16.43 right now, and the current run rate is not too bad either. 9.86. Just a cruel situation.
ओए
For the likes of Narayana, what best I can say is it's early days for him. He'll grow in stature as
ball,
time
Akil.
passes. Certainly does not have those muscular muscles which are available with most of the senior guys, which allows them to hit a big ball.
वन है
Bharadwaj is timing the ball pretty well, not able to get the boundaries in the last few overs.
अकील निकलना है इसने अभी
The
देखते रहो इसका पैर
required
देखते
rate
रहे
is just getting out of hands at the moment.
Yeah, 17 now, with that single being taken. Charging down the track once again, but the keeper is not able to collect it. The keeper is Hamad Mirza this evening,
वेल डन यार बॉल
as
अकील
Adib Usmani is the fielder. So different roles here. Hamad Mirza has kept in the absence of Adib Usmani. Now it's a
तेज था यार बॉल अकील
It's a common thing for Narayana to just charge down the track to the slower bowlers, but what I'd really like for him to do is to play some few ground shots.
अरे यार
Once again, he's trying the same tactic.
At the end of 3 overs, it's going to be 26 for 1, Ghubra Giants.
Well, Narayana is still there. He opened the batting 9 for 10 deliveries, so he's taking his time. Prabhakaran Kannan out early today. And Bharatwaj is still there. He's hit one good shot, but then it's still not enough. The required run rate is rising. 11 from 6 deliveries for him. 4 extras have been conceded in this final total of 26 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 3. Chasing a mammoth 149 in 10 overs. Aqib Ilyas has been brought into the attack, and he's known for turning the ball both ways. Crafty customer.
Likes to bowl the leg spinner to the right-handed batsman and off spinner to the left-handed batsman. So it's going to be the leg spin at the moment. Pitched a shot will be pulled to mid-wicket for a single. Fawad is relaying that boundary line, and he's a handy fielder. At the moment, Aqib not giving any air whatsoever. And that changes immediately as soon as the youngster comes on strike, because he realizes the power is not there with Narayana, and he will need to charge down the wicket to generate that momentum.
Once again charging down. It was the leg spinner on this occasion. What I'd really like to see is to have some sort of a split screen where Aqib Ilyas is bowling the leg spinner and the off spin. Would wonder if there is a tell or a way to identify, to read the ball of his action.
Both of them are different actions. At the moment, he's bowling the leg spin. You would be able to see the off spin only when a left-hander comes into play. The off spin is more like a Saqlain Mushtaq one. That's gone up in the air. A fielder would need to come underneath it, and I'll tell you what, the fielding has been brilliant for Bousher Busters. It was Asim Kamal, and Aqib is enjoying his time in the middle.
Yeah, end of the over with that success towards the end, and it's, have a look at that, once again trying to charge down the track, and he hits it up into the air, not able to generate enough power. Safe fielders normally. Narayana Lakshmi departs for 10, and the Ghubra Giants are 29 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 4. Beautiful sights there. The kids are out there supporting the Ghubra Giants. Got the families of some of the players who are playing here. The cycles are out as well. That's a cramped up room. Give him a big field to ride that bike of his. It's a wonderful weather. The Muscat Municipality and the Amrat Municipality guys have constructed a very nice walking track and a cycling track just adjacent to the ground. Kids love such a spot, and there's exciting cricket always being played at the Oman Cricket Academy. Right then, Fawad Ali will continue for the Boushers. That was hit hard back at the bowler, and Fawad Ali did well to get away from it. Get away from the line of fire. Might have hurt his fingers maybe.
Fawad needs to be very careful. He needs to realize that he's one of the core members of this Bousher Buster side, which at the moment looks like well qualifying for the finale. And with the number of injuries that Bousher Busters are carrying at the moment, you don't want to see this man on the field a lot. That was well struck from the bat of Bharadwaj, and Fawad got his arm in the middle.
Always interested what that magic spray has in it. How does it help? Well, you've been there, done that.
For sure. There are two types. One is the cold one is the hot one. The cold is the recovery one. The hot warms your muscles and you don't feel the pain for a while. That's how it works.
But that's hit him right on the bone and probably should have hurt quite a bit. The leather balls can be unforgiving at most times. Right then, order restored. Fawad Ali is back at the start of his run-up and he's up against Bharadwaj. Pulls it wide off the off stump.
Back up, Aja Muzi.
So a couple of runs taken, and once again, it's still not enough for the Ghubra Giants. This is just turning out to be an effort that's going to go in vain.
For the likes of Ghubra Giants, they've been brilliant in this tournament. Let's not forget, most of their players, for them, cricket is a second passion. They've done wonderful in this tournament. And their fans have certainly come out in large numbers and celebrated, rather enjoyed their ride through to the second round.
Oh, that's hit him. It's been a loud shout, but then that should be missing leg, angled into the right-hander. Excellent piece of bowling by Fawad, but I'd still really like him to hit those tram lines.
Every time that he was bowling left arm around, the angle will make it very difficult for the umpire to give it leg before. To get that leg before, he has to come left arm over. That's what exactly most of the left armers do. It's a regular angle coming into the right hander. He'll do this all day. Let's not forget, this is the game of D10, and what matters is the economy more than the wickets, especially when you have 149 runs on the board.
Absolutely, and Fawad's been a champion, man of the match in a couple of nights ago. And he was all pumped up, just bowled an excellent spell of 2 overs. And he was hitting that tram line with pinpoint accuracy. Picked up a couple of wickets as well. Has not looked the same since.
That's gone up. Fielder will stay away. Probably it could be the lights. It's the captain, Sufyan Mahmood. Maybe he doesn't want to take any more risks whatsoever. Question for you, Amin. Would we see Adib Usmani spinning his arm after seeing Bharadwaj?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's his left hand. The fingers of his left hand, that's fractured. But then you never know. That's the one. But then no, it's been given wide by umpire Gopakumar. So somewhat a bit of extra hard work needed from Fawad Ali. Just one delivery remaining, and have a look at those figures in this particular over. 2-2, he's bowled a wide, a couple of leg byes, a single, a wide again. Prithvi Machi out there as well. He's a left-handed swashbuckling batter for the Bousher Busters. This time he's on target. Fawad Ali will end the over with that single. The Ghubra Giants are 39 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 5.
Right arm over. Come on, Akib. Muzi.
Akib Ilyas to continue the 6th over, and he's been cut away furiously. But then there's, of course, Muzammil in the side. Has not got a chance to bowl. And now, got a change in partner here. Mudassir.
बस मुझे सही है.
Almost there into the finals, Akib Ilyas and his team onto the back foot. It has been one-way traffic, and it's the story of two teams who are making it to the finals. One team has been very dominant throughout the tournament, the other making comeback till the round 1. They were the last team to make it to round 2, Bousher Busters. But once they were in round 2, missing the service of Sufyan and Adib, it was completely different team. They played as a unit. I mean, that is the key. They're almost into the finals of this edition of Oman D10 powered by Fancode.
Yeah, and it's the momentum that counts as well, you know. Hamad Mirza all of a sudden stepped up to the plate. And then every match that he has played since then, in the absence of Adib Usmani, or even with Adib Usmani in the side, he made sure that he gave it his best. And he's performed in every match after that since he's been included in the side. Got a couple of man of the matches as well. And in one particular match, I think this was 2 nights ago, he scored a 50 or he scored a 40 odd. And similar story today, but then now it's Kalai Rasan making sure that Akib Ilyas does not have an easy night. He ends with the figures of 1 for 13 as the Ghubra Giants at the end of 6 are 49 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Over. Captain on time. Okay. You bowler right arm over.
That's the points table here, and it's evident that if Bousher Busters win this contest, right now they're going to end up on 3 wins and they'll be on 6 points mathematically. And then, of course, there is also the 3rd and the 4th position that matters here. They'll be playing for some pride as well, and that will be between the Kurum Thunders and the Ruvi Rangers. That'll be an exciting contest as well.
The military medium pace, Sufyan Mahmood, straight away has been welcomed by a boundary from Bharatwaj. A bit fuller and nicely managed. The lone warrior.
Yeah, he was in the slot there and he made sure that he hits that towards the deep mid-wicket region or the cow corner, and that'll do. Explain military medium to me, Mudassir bhai.
Come back to that after this delivery. Hit hard. Either we call them a gentle medium pace or military medium. The only reason is in your military daily routine, you go for those long runs, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, jogging very slowly. And the way Sufyan is taking his run up, and it clearly shows he's not at all in a hurry. Gentle run up towards the wicket, and that is the reason it is called military medium pace. And the military medium pace not helping the cause of the team. Hit hard, a boundary at last for Kalai Rasan.
Yeah, well, he's definitely needs some more pace over there. He's missing the mark and he's been hit for a flurry of boundaries in this over since we started that discussion. 91 runs needed of the 21 deliveries remaining. The Ghubra Giants are a two-faced team right now in this tournament. And it's a big appeal, but the umpire not interested. However, he's definitely tried to disturb the stumps, the keeper, Hamad Mirza. Not interested in that as well. So they'll be happy with that single.
In control, in command is Sufyan Mahmood, Bousher Busters, Ghubra Giants. The round 2, they did not had a good outing. Hit hard, one bounce towards the fielder. Some work for Asif. Quite evident that Bousher Busters will be meeting Amirat Royals in that final. And two good sides up against each other. Both are looking good. And good to see Sufyan Adib making comeback for Bousher Busters.
Charging down the track. He's hit it furiously down the ground. He's going to get boundary for that, Kalai Rasan. So expensive over here from Sufyan coming to an end. Nearly 19 or 15 of it, beg your pardon. As the Ghubra Giants are 64 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 7.
सूफी पीछे सूफी पीछे इधर लेग वाला किधर गया यार बैटर बॉलर चेंज कमिंग राइट आर्म ओवर भाग जा
64 for the loss of 2 wickets, and it's going to be Bilal Mohammed back again for his second over of the night. It's just going to be a formality now because 85 runs needed of 18 balls. Always going to be an uphill task, daunting task for the Ghubra Giants. Well, Kalai Rasan's done well, 18 from just 9 deliveries. Bharatwaj's done well as well, 26 of 18, but I guess it's not enough. Tries to go big, just lands short of Wasim Ali or of Aqib Ilyas, I beg your pardon. He did take a shy at the stumps as well, but then too far away. So run will be completed.
Addition of Sufyan and Adib Usmani in a must-win game. We have seen that impact from both the players of Ghubra. In fact, from Bousher Busters getting those runs in the first innings. Hit hard and no chance for Wasim Ali. So dealing in boundaries is Kalai Rasan.
Yeah, that was a regulation shot there by Kalai Rasan. Bilal was short, but then there was some lack of pace from the pitch and the ball stopped before coming onto the bat, but then Kalai Rasan tried to hit that towards the cover boundary. Waited on for it to come onto the bat. It'll always work. Charging down the track. This time he's done that beautifully. What a power-packed shot that was from Kalai Rasan. So turning the heat on Mohammad Bilal.
Especially with that pace, you cannot bowl back off line deliveries and coming down the track. Slapped hard over deep extra cover. Back-to-back boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely tremendous stroke player from Kalai Rasan. And every now and then you did see the Ghubra Giants all throughout the tournament producing innings that have just left everybody awestruck. It was at one point the captain Prabhakaran. Once again, charging down the track, takes the leaning edge. However, safe on this occasion. He'll get off strike. It's going to be Bharatwaj now.
I mean, what's your take on the finals? Amirat Royals versus Bousher Busters.
Oh, it's going to be an absolute cracker of a contest here. Both teams are power-packed. Both teams have impact players. Big shot, big shot. It's high up into the air and into the hands of Wasim Ali. He doesn't drop many. So handy little innings from Bharatwaj will come to an end, and Bilal Mohammad will get his second wicket. Have a look at that. Once again, pitched in short, expecting Bharatwaj to come down the track, but then he tried to pull that, couldn't manage to get hold of it. And the Bousher Busters will be more than happy to see the back of Bharatwaj. So woes of the Ghubra Giants deepen. Right then, Muzaffar is now out there in the middle. And that's going to be the end of the over of Bilal Mohammad. Successful one, but yes, he did go for a few runs.
power play.
लास्ट कोई और करेगा भाई, लास्ट मैं करने वाला हूँ। हाँ कर तू कर। सर राइट हम यहाँ से डालेंगे। दो बार। हाँ बोलो। वही ओवर है ना। ऑनलाइन। पावर प्ले। बोला कमी राइट हम ओवर।
Batting power play taken. It's the 8th over. 9th over, rather. And Waqas is out there in the middle, along with the captain for tonight, Kalairasan Natarajan, who's of 27 of just 12 deliveries. And yeah, to answer that question, both teams are such amazing. They both are in such amazing form, and the reason why I'm so excited about this final would be is because both of them play a different and unique brand of cricket. The Amrat Royals have a set tactic of batting first. They believe in putting up a big total and then back their bowlers to get and defend that total that they're trying to put it up, that they have put up. Whereas the Bousher Busters have maverick players like Aqib Ilyas, Sufyan, Wasim Ali, Adib Usmani. And what a strike that is. Kalairasan is playing another game right now. He's seeing the ball like a beach ball. Have a look at that. Slower back of the hand delivery, but Kalairasan picks that because it's a regular ploy by Sufyan Mahmood, and he's been dispatched towards the deep mid-wicket boundary for 6 runs.
In pain, but bowling this batting power play over Sufyan Mahmood. Playing a good cameo for his team, Kalairasan. And rightly said, both the teams are looking good going into that finals, and it will be back-to-back finals for Bousher Busters. They were up against Ruby Rangers. The previous edition of Oman D20, where they lost to Ruby Rangers. Now they have a very good opportunity to make a name for themselves, but it won't be an easy against Amirat Royals because they bat very deep down the order. The likes of Pratik Atavale, Vinayak Shukla, Rafiullah, Gagan Sodhi, Jiten Kumar Ramanandi.
That list doesn't end, does it? It's a deep batting lineup, and it's a very furious batting lineup. All of them equally good and equally dangerous in stroke play.
How can I forget Hasnanul Wahab, a brilliant, clean striker of the ball.
Absolutely, especially in the start of this tournament, the early few matches, he was so dangerous. Got a player of the match on a couple of occasions as well. Wanted to go leg side, but then changed his mood midway, and now he's gone the offside. Kalairos and Natarajan, after that 6, has now got a boundary to his name. So he's striking the ball well. And what a strike here. He's certainly looking good. And look at that strike rate, 37 of 15 deliveries only. Such talent here. Charging down the track, it's in the air. And he's done well. He's done well. They've got the prize wicket of Kalairos and Natarajan. And now this is surely game over. But yes, of course, they'll all be appreciating the effort that Kalairos and Natarajan has done. And Sufyan Mahmood, the captain of the Bousher Busters, has picked up the wicket of the stand-in captain of the Ghubra Giants. Have a look at that. Never easy running backwards to grab an opportunity. But then he does well. In walks Muzaffar. Does have Vicky or Mohammad Waqas on the other end. Sufyan Mahmood, after going for 10 runs in this over, has finally picked up Kalairos and Natarajan, who was the main aggressor of runs for the Ghubra Giants this innings. And they'll be a happy bunch here, the Bousher Busters. Still taking their own sweet time in setting the field. They're enjoying every moment of this performance here. They've done exceedingly well with the bat. Coming around the wicket is Sufyan Mahmood. Loud shout, but no, umpire not interested. That was a full delivery. Love to see a replay of that once again.
Coming around the wicket to Muzaffar and straight away into the block hole. Taking his own time, not at all in a hurry to go home. Sufyan Mahmood almost took 3 minutes to bowl those 4 deliveries. You can understand he has got a wicket in between. To get off the mark, Muzaffar played towards a long off. Not a good idea, not a good idea. You're injured and you need to be at fine leg. Sadeep Usmani. So 11 runs from his second over, a wicket to his name. 9 overs done.
Right arm round.
Modi bhai, what happens when you don't listen to your parents? That's all I have to ask you right now.
The other way, if you are injured, your captain will be very kind enough to give you an over. He was fully fit, but he never bowled. In comes Adib Usmani.
Yeah, with an injured left index finger. He's got a slight hairline fracture. But then, yeah, he's certainly going to have some fun tonight here. In the last over, 63 runs needed of 5 deliveries. Mohammad Adib Usmani with the ball coming around the wicket to Waqas.
Chalo bhai.
Goes for a
Bole
big,
yaar, bade
big
दो की
shot
ball है,
towards the
Bilal.
leg side.
Ball
But
ball
yeah, of course, there's
Bilal.
some protection out there in the deep. They'll be throwing the ball only to the keeper.
Keeper.
This is the kind of attention you get when you're injured. You came in, you batted
Last over है sir.
brilliantly, got those quick 30 odd runs.
Ball
He can
यार,
bowl.
अदीब यार.
Yes, of course. He's a nice, well-built cricketer.
PTI.
Should know how to roll his arm over. That's a double hop, but then that's double the distance by Vicky. He can hit the ball a long way, there's no doubt about that. And Mohammad Adeeb Usmani has got the punishment.
Good use of the feet, but I was looking for Muzammil, the fast bowler. Was he used in this innings by the captain Sufyan Mahmood?
Once again, charging down the track, and once again, the ball shall fall into the hands. It's not cleared the ropes, and Mohammad Adeeb Usmani has picked up the wicket of Vicky. And that catch is something to have a look at once again. It was sky high and going to clear the boundary ropes, but then a cool, calm and composed Asim makes sure that he pouches that. So a shocked Mohammad Waqas walks back to the pavilion. Just another regulation delivery to go. It's 94 for 5. To complete formalities, it's Sheikh Adil Qureshi. 94 for 5, the Ghubra Giants, 9.5, just one delivery remaining. And Adeeb Usmani wants a slip. Wants a short leg. And he's drilled it down towards the onside. They'll complete a single, but then celebrations all around the camp. The boys in orange, it's the Bousher Busters who have sealed the deal and have fixed a date tomorrow evening with the Amrat Royals in the all-important finals in the Oman D10, powered by Fancode. They've been a maverick side and performing whenever it mattered the most. Aqib Ilyas, Wasim Ali, Fawad Ali, Sufyan Mahmood, and of course Hamad Mirza, especially in round number 2. And then there was also the contribution of Mohammad Adeeb Usmani before that injury to his finger, where he played crucial roles more often than not. And this side is such a happy side right now because, of course, why wouldn't you be? You have Fayaz Butt in your squad as well. The comedian, the joker of the pack. And now they'll all get into that hurdle and be a happy bunch. It's going to be a happy night here at the Oman Cricket Academy. They're going to end the night on a happy note.
I feel sorry for Men in Yellow. They had a very good round 1. Just lost the way when they came into the round 2. Celebration time. You know the importance of this win. They are into the finals of this Oman D10 powered by Fancode. A good bunch of unit led by Sufyan Mahmood. It has been a wonderful tournament for Bharatwaj. The likes of Prabhakaran Kannan, the captain, and coming out to chase mammoth total. They never got to very good start. Narayan Prabhakaran Kannan falling cheaply. Bharatwaj, though he managed 27 and Kalaidasan 37, but it wasn't enough tonight. 8 extras have been conceded by the bowling team. At the end, Ghubra Giants could just manage 95 for the loss of 5 in their allotted 10.
Mixed bag for the Bousher Busters bowling lineup, but then they were quite relaxed. Bilal Mohammed picked up a couple of wickets He bowled 2 overs, gave away 23 runs in that effort of his. Aqib Ilyas picked up a wicket as well. 13 runs were conceded by him. And then it was Sufyan Mahmood who picked up a wicket with 26 runs in his 2 overs. Adib Usmani tried to roll his arm over in the very last over of the innings, and he managed to pick up a wicket off wicket. 95 for the loss of 5 wickets is what the Ghubra Giants ended their innings. 8 extras to help them towards that score. And these are how things transpired during the innings. Mohammad Bilal started proceedings, and then Prabhakaran fell early. There was a catch to Aqib Ilyas at cover. But then Narayana hit a boundary, a couple of boundaries as a matter of fact. Then finally perishing to the slow bowling of Aqib Ilyas. Couple of sixes, and then Kalairas and Natarajan also, who came out in the middle, hit a few lusty blows. Quite a lot of them, as a matter of fact, especially that over of Sufyan Mahmood. But then Bilal Muhammad made sure that Bharatwaj went back to the pavilion, and then Sufyan Mahmood finally striking at the wicket of Kalairas and Natarajan. Mohammad Waqas provided some entertainment with that massive 6. However, he holed out to Asim at that very same location. It was some good, efficient catching at the boundary ropes. Finally, these happy faces here certainly denote what just transpired here. The match summary then. Match number 10 in round 2. Bousher Busters 148 for 5. They elected to bat and then made sure that they made use of the opportunity. Asif Khan, 55 of just 20 deliveries. And then for me, the star was Hammad Mirza, 40 of 12. Adib with that injured finger still made a difference to that total, 33 of just 17 deliveries. Hanif picked up 2 wickets for the Ghubra Giants. Yashash and Kalai Rasan picked up a single wicket. Ghubra Giants then came out to bat, trying to reach that mammoth total, but they could manage only 95 for the loss of 5 wickets. Kalai Rasan, 37 of 16, was probably the only one who got going. 27 by Bharatwaj. Narayana contributed a little bit. Bilal picked up 2. Adib Usmani had that 1 over towards the end. He picked up 1, and Aqib Ilyas picked up a wicket as well. So in the end, to summarize, the Bousher Busters have won by 53 runs. Let's have a look at all the results. Kurram Thunders won by 72 runs in the first match. It was a big victory. And then Amrat Royals versus the Ruvi Rangers, where the Amrat Royals fixed a date in the finals. They won by 10 runs. And then match number 10 was Ghubra Giants Bousher Busters, where the Busters won by 53 runs. Once again, they too fixed a date into the finals. These are the matches tomorrow. Oman D10 powered by Fancode, and it's going to be the 3rd position match. Kurram Thunders versus the Ruvi Rangers will be first up. And then, of course, the grand finale. It's going to be the Amrat Royals versus the Bousher Busters. And what an exciting matchup that's going to be. Right then, so Pranav's ready with the post-match presentation. Let's head down and have a look how that goes.
Welcome to the post-match presentation. This is the Oman D10 powered by Fancode, and what an evening have we witnessed. 38 league matches in total. It was the final league day of round number 2, and 3 matches, 6 teams, all in contention, and it came down to the wire. It was the final match of the day. Ghubra Giants were taking on Bousher Busters, and what a match did we witness. Bousher Busters needed to win this match and get those 2 points to qualify for the finale. And yes, they did it right, just to make sure that they have that final spot on a day when 700 plus runs were mammoth scored in 60 overs. It had to be a batter who made the difference. Asif Khan Pathan for Bousher Busters, the man of the match of the evening. Asif bhai, what a knock is that? Please collect your momentum to start with. आसिफ भाई माशाल्लाह क्या नॉक खेला है. प्रेशर में थे, जाहिर सी बात है मैच जीतने का प्रेशर था. 2 पॉइंट चाहिए थे आपको फाइनल के लिए, क्वालिफाई होने के लिए. क्या चल रहा था दिमाग में जब आपने टॉस जीत के बैटिंग ली? नसीका चाहिए.
सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह का शुक्र है कि इज़्ज़त दे दी. बस यही था कि लड़कों ने बोला था कि पॉजिटिव खेलना है. आकिब आउट हो गया तो आपको तो मालूम है मैं अपना गेम नेचुरल गेम छोड़ता नहीं हूँ, चाहे कुछ भी सिचुएशन हो अपना नेचुरली खेल लेता हूँ।
ये बड़े बाउंड्री है यहाँ पे ओमान क्रिकेट पे, छोटे बाउंड्री नहीं है। जाहिर सी बात है आप अपनी हिटिंग के लिए जाने जाते हो, तो कितना पावर लगता है? सारा ही दो जोर लगा देते हो?
जाहिर बात है जब आप पावर हिटिंग करते हो तो उसके लिए प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ता है, तो हम लोग प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, फिर मैच में इजी होता है, इतना मतलब इतना मुश्किल नहीं होता बाउंड्री क्लियर करने के लिए।
और एक आखिरी क्वेश्चन, कल फाइनले है, आप अमरात के साथ खेल रहे हो, अच्छी टीम है, क्या मूड है पूरी टीम में यहाँ पे बॉशर बस्टर्स का?
इंशाल्लाह लड़कों का मोरल जो है वो हाई है और अपना नेचुरल गेम खेलेंगे, अपने नेचुरल पे जाएंगे और पॉजिटिव रहेंगे, तो इंशाल्लाह जो खेलेगा वही जीतेंगे इंशाल्लाह।
बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद आसिफ भाई, बहुत बढ़िया बैटिंग, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस।
थैंक यू।
So that's it from the post-match presentation. But before you sign out, let me inform you, tomorrow is when the third match will be held at 6 p.m. local time. And the finale will be at 8 p.m. It'll be Bousher Busters versus the Amrat, who are going to be clashing in the finale. The third place will be between Kurum clashing against Rui. So please stay tuned tomorrow, 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. local time for all the live action. This is Oman D10. Thank you. Good night.